Okay, let's move on then. We're going to be able to see FL versus AWG today. FL would be the one picking the map. We're going to go Arms Factory. Meanwhile, Sacred Heart Hospital will be banned. Then that means AWG will be picking out their faction. And it seems like they decided to go with Hunters first. Well, moving straight on towards ban pick phase we go. Let's see, first two bans will be Coordinator and Mechanic here for Brontal, as we do manage to seek out the the Psychologist and Puppeteer, but it seems like the ban picks have already been done. I mean, if they choose an Ench here, then I guess... Okay, so the ban picks have been done, so I don't think we'll go through the ban picks that much. But with this type of team comp coming out with an Ench is pretty interesting as well, especially when you go up against a Hullabaloo, because Ench doesn't get stacks when Hullabaloo hits her with basic balls. So in a nutshell right now, it's kind of like just... Ench is a really interesting pick. Ench is a really interesting pick. We banned the two Rescuers, so we decided not to go Rescuer this round. But Brontal now, Brontal gets to choose the Hullabaloo. There's really not much that can be said, aside from the Ench pick. The Ench pick is pretty surprising, but also interesting on that side note too. So now Brontal, with that Hullabaloo, I kind of hope to see not Brontal, but you cancelling out that double surprise. But it is still pretty hard, since it's like it's like an instant skill. Unless you get it timed correctly, it's really hard to actually disable it. But if she manages to do it, then it'll be pretty darn good. But I guess as well, like, you can potentially speaking use triple stacks to cancel one double surprise, but then there's two activations, so I don't necessarily think it can do much. From the Survivor side, now let's move on straight towards area selection mode. It will be Enchantress spawning by Shack, the Psychologist in middle, and of course Fire Investigator at the bottom, in between Junkyard and Factory. Meanwhile, Sasori here as Puppeteer at main gate. Brontal will be spawning on the top right side where the big rock is. We'll call that Shack runes for now. First chase could potentially speaking be Ench. And I would say that's pretty interesting to see as well, how Ench will contain against the Hullabaloo too. But no, well, I guess at the end of the day, if Ench brings Flywheel, there's a chance of Flywheel cancelling, you know, one of the basic hits. And I say, you know, for me personally, I do feel like knee-jerk reflex and Flywheel does help out quite a lot, especially when it comes to going up against a Hullabaloo. But still, there's just so much to take in place right now. Well, aside from that, let's move on straight towards the persona points we go. It will be Puppeteer with knee-jerk reflex and Tie Turner, Enchantress with Flywheel knee-jerk reflex, Psychologist here with Tie Turner and knee-jerk reflex, and of course Fire Investigator with Tie Turner and knee-jerk reflex. We're gonna go run triple Tie Turner here alongside with quadruple knee-jerk reflex, one Flywheel to go up against Brontal here. We're gonna run Listen. Oh no, it's not Listen, thank God. Oh, okay. We're gonna run Insolence trump card here with Peepers for Brontal's Hullabaloo. Overall with this game, it is still only round 1. We have only seen ties and a 3k, but not a 4k just yet. Not running detention here. Is Hullabaloo really that strong to not run detention? Let's move on straight towards the game. UK is gonna loop straight towards Shack. And as we do see as well, he's able to make it straight towards the pallet there as well. But it just depends on how do we get... Oh, we didn't get any balls on towards the Enchantress. No acrobatic balls onto our Enchantress, but finally, yes, the mud ball has been applied. But it seems like right about now, we will leave the area as we missed already one double surprise. Going after Psychologist here, we did manage to get a hit there, thankfully, and of course, People's here will be dropped down. However, it is still Insolence we're talking about here. So right around now, we're able to get a red on just about on time. We've one more double surprise left to use. That's going to be a white ball and a beautiful hit on towards that Psycho. But even with this, Psycho being able to drop down the pallet there, that's going to be another Peepers drop down. We just want to prevent the loop here as much as possible, because that Windows is going to be really annoying. But there is quite a lot of items here remaining. We did manage to get a red here on towards the Psycho once again, and of course a reapply while during the vault back too. But during this time, it was a double stack immediately. However, 66 seconds towards the game, we still do have stress. And 3 Tie Turners too. Okay, with that in mind then, 3 Tie Turners. Sasori will be the one to come in to rescue, because Fire Investigator has wanted order, but it seems like we want Fire Investigator to come in as a main base. It's not a bad idea. It does allow Sasori to pull quite a bit of a distance in, but right around now, we're able to apply a red ball. Sorry, mud ball. The red ball will be activated a little bit earlier on. Ooh, that Terror Shock saved us, didn't it? That Terror Shock really saved it. But with that, there's a Titan on the Puppeteer. Puppeteer can't use his items at all. And here, as we can see, Psychologist. Sadly, we do still have Titan on us, so stress will not be applied just yet. However, we do have spin. We can spin. We can spin. We can spin. We can spin. Okay, Brontal forgot that he can spin. Titan is over. Okay, that's gonna be hit number 1. That's fine. That is fine. But now we're just gonna have to wait here for a little bit. We have a red. We're just missing a red. We're just missing 1 red. Mycon here is doing a really good job on the dodge. Mycon here. Mycon's running in towards red. Hold on. Mycon got stuck. Oh, Mycon got stuck. Oh, but Brontal forced him to get stuck there with his main body. That is very smart. Very smart. 5-2-0. Let's see here. It is a guaranteed tie game now. It is a guaranteed tie game now. There's a chance that you can win. There's a chance that they could win here. There's a big chance that they could win here. But for 5-2-0 right now, for a Fine Investigator, okay, we managed to push him back. That's good. So we're going to be able to make it towards the chair here. So it should be a no damage rescue, but it seems like we're going to apply the pressure first on towards that Fine Investigator as Psychologist is able to get out and dodging that double surprise as well. Psycho here most likely won't be able to last for long, especially when there's 3 trapezes here on Brontal's hands. We're going to trapeze over by 1. Did we get any iron? We got a mud ball on. That's fine. Mud ball is fine. The mud ball is okay. Now finally a red ball will be applied here, as of course the white ball will not be applied just yet. But that double spin is going to be more than enough. 3.5 cipher. No, 4 cipher machines done. Accumulatively, there's 4 cipher machines done. Let's just say, depending on how the game would go right now, it is a tie game. I mean, if you judging by the cipher machine decoding progress as well, it should be a tie game. For Brontal to aim for a win here, you have to chase after a Fire Investigator who doesn't have his items for endgame, right? Aside from knee-jerk reflex, but being able to find Sasori here isn't too bad. However, we don't have borrow time. None of us have borrow time here. So if we chase after Ench first, then that simply means that it's a guaranteed tie game. The 3-man elimination has to be either the Fire Investigator or Puppeteer being chased, because none of them can do anything. Ench being chased here, full health, a little bit annoying. Middle cipher machine is at 58%. It's just not enough for now. However, oh no, it wasn't Ench being chased. Wait a second, I looked at it wrong. It was Puppeteer being chased. We're gonna go for map control now. I mean, we do have trump cards still. That's the good news. We do have trump cards still. And it's the middle 2 cipher machines that were decoded here. I'm quite sure Factory Cipher was not decoded just yet, because Factory Cipher was where Psycho was initially chaired as well. But we're going to use the first double surprise to lock and aim to see where the nearest survivor is. We did cancel it there as well. And right about now, Fire Investigator is finally being chased, but he does have an airbag on him. He does have an airbag, and we're going to be able to jump in. That's good. Finally, yes, a mud ball will be applied here, but there's a chance for a white ball here. We just have to be very careful. We're going to spin over instead. It kind of does hurt here for Brontal, because it's still mud ball applied. No white ball just yet. Did we get it? We didn't get anything. Oof, that's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. No trapezes left on the hands of 5-2-0. The Spy Investigator is continuing really well, and the Cypher Machine is currently primed. We should just pop immediately. There's no time. There's no point in waiting. There is no point in waiting. We should pop. That's a beautiful dot. Wow. Hold on. Okay, 5-2-0 will go down. The Cypher Machine will pop here. Okay. Okay, boss. If we can... No, Yugo will make it out. I think regardless of what happens here, Yugo will make it out. Unless we full chase. Are we gonna full chase? We're full chasing. We're full chasing after the Enchantress right now. Okay. That's gonna be a mud and white ball apply. Okay, finally a hit there will be registered. That's fine. Okay, Exegate is currently at 81%. We're worried about Puppeteer backdoor rescuing. We are gonna go back with the warp, but Puppeteer still on the other side of the map. Okay. Okay. I feel like even if Puppeteer came to rescue, it would be better, but you here is going to be able to make it straight towards the X-Gate. Yeah, you should be able to make it. You should be able to make it. He is Flywheel as well. Flywheel should be enough for him as well to get triple stacks here too. But he, as you can see on the bottom left, we are making it straight towards the exit gate. Let's congratulate a tie game here for both sides. Moving on straight towards second half. Okay, second half we go. AWG versus FL 2-2 right now. First officer and mech will be banned. It will be Hasha playing. I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be non-stop Hullabaloo. We haven't seen a Goatman just yet, unfortunately. It will be Gravekeeper and Cordy in their first 2 picks. Okay, GK, I do generally speaking love the Gravekeeper first picks, especially with the fact that you're never going to use them afterwards as well. So I feel like for AWG, this is a really good pick. A Gravekeeper coming out immediately simply just means that you do have other rescuers to use as well. But getting the Cordy out, I guess, is just a harass potential, but also decoding potential, because if we decide to bring out a Puppeteer and... Oh, Gardener. I guess that 50-second notification is going to come true, but there's one issue with playing Gardener here. Right, you're able to apply triple stacks and get rid of the shield, but I do feel like what a lot of hunters will try to do is apply double stacks and then get a hit on you immediately before landing another double surprise. But I guess wasting 50 seconds is still pretty annoying too. The next 2 bans were Psycho and Aeroplane this here, so we could go Acrobat here if we want to. Yeah, Acrobat is a better choice here, because you don't really have any more stable containers aside from, I guess, Cordy in a sense. And an Acrobat going against an Acrobat is always something nice to see. Well, with that, we will move directly on towards what Hasha will pick. Well, Hasha, no doubt, it will be Hullabaloo. There isn't much to say, because round 1 will always be Hullabaloo. Moving on straight towards area selection mode we go. Nameko here as Gardener spawning at the entrance of Shack. Gravekeeper in middle, Coordinator at the entrance of Junkyard. Meanwhile, Batoru here as the Acrobat in Factory. Hasha will be spawning on the top left corner here near Factory Ruins. But even with this, Nameko first chase, it'll be interesting to see if Gardener actually counters a Hullabaloo or not. Because for me, it just seems like it would be better overall not to chase Gardener. Because for Hullabaloo, you're mainly aiming for a 60-second down because you have the ability to do so. But prolonging any more, especially against a team comp like this, might just not work well. But for now, it will be Trunker Detention alongside with Excitement here. We're most likely going to chase Cordy first. It will be a triple flywheel here on all survivors aside from GK, but GK has borrowed time alongside with Cordy. Gardener here with Flywheel and Flywheel knee-jerk reflex, and of course Flywheel tie turner on Acrobat. Overall, a lot of the survivors persona nails are running it down like you were playing a suicide persona, but it does work pretty well when especially when it comes to the first chase, and I guess they are worried about Gardener getting that treatment too. But moving on swiftly in towards the game, this will be Day 1, Match 2, Game 1, second half. As we move on towards the game here, Nameko is going to run straight towards Tank, where Main Gate Runes is, where Factory Runes is. But for Hasha here, we will be able to catch up relatively fast since we are playing Hullabaloo after all, and Nameko will be found immediately. Persona will be Trumpet Detention alongside with Exhibitionist, Rage, and Wanted Order. And with that, we're going to go straight towards middle here, deciding to leave the Gardener. Potentially speaking, we just want to waste some time before looking for where Cordy is, but we're going to double back for the Gardener right now. It's almost 50 seconds. It is almost 50 seconds. However, the time on the bottom left is a little bit wrong, so there's that. We're going to apply a red ball and a mud ball, and right now we just have to wait 7 seconds remaining on the clock before the shield will disappear. Gardener's little bubble will have to burst soon. But aside from machines, I guess early game are pretty slow because we are a little bit more focused on rotating here too. We're going to take the time in which it took Hasha to break the pallet to rotate towards another area. But for Gardener here, overall not too bad. 60 seconds, no hits just yet. Oh, beautiful flywheel, but we didn't cancel the hit, unfortunately. We didn't manage to reset. That's okay. Okay, the zone is pretty big now that I think about it. The zone is pretty big. The good thing about Hullabaloo is that his zone basically tells you his hit range, but we are able to apply a white ball and a red ball on towards Gardener, and now it's just a matter of time before she goes down because we can loop. We can spin our pallet beneath us. It is, well, the timing is wrong. The issue is now the timing is wrong. I don't even know. It's not actually 2 minutes in. it's probably 1 minute 30 seconds, and 90-second containment isn't bad. You know what, 90-second containment, honestly speaking, isn't bad. But for Gravekeeper here, you could apply 2 stacks before you want to try aim for the Terror Shock hit. That's what we usually would like to do, but that's going to be a superhero rescue going in. We're going to be able to get GK damaged as Garner here, 1 red ball on her hands. Now we're just waiting. We're going to be able to loop over towards the other side, but for Garner here, there's really not much to worry about. I feel like for Garner, she could 100% stay near where the pallet is. But we're going to jump over first as Garner. That knee-jerk reflex is really coming clutch. Okay, not bad. Not bad. We're hanging on. We're really hanging on. Okay, we're going to be able to loop straight towards the other side, but it seems like, oh, Nameko, that rebound cut is brilliant. Nameko, oh, okay, I was about to say just stay out of the corner, but I realized that he could. Sideway hit. But it is 3 Cypher machines in exchange for this as well. There is still excitement on Hasha, so the moment Cordy comes in, it might be just game over. Baturu seems like he's going to be the one that comes in the rescue. We're going to use double surprise here to locate where the nearest survivor is, as Acrobat's going to make his way in. We're holding on towards a white ball. Okay, we're holding on towards a white ball. For the snowball here, we just have to wait a little bit. We don't want to get Terror Shock. That's going to be an instant rescue here as we're looking for where Acrobat is. Acrobat, finally, that will be a hit registered, but even for Garner here, I would say Rebound Kite is still pretty hard. You do have Flywheel, yes. However, if you want to make it towards that area, towards the pallet, you're gonna get injured regardless of what happens. For now, right, I would say Survivor should focus on healing. Right now, Survivor should focus on healing, especially the Gravekeeper and Acrobat. Well, I would say Acrobat should be prioritized more for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, he most likely will be next chase. And then the reason number 2, even if GK gets rescued, he does have 2 shovels still. So Acrobat has to be prioritized. But it seems like we're going to look for Cordy here as there is still excitement on our hands. We didn't drop down peepers. Excitement will be used. That's fine. Cordy here. Still alive and kicking. That Patterson didn't really come true for a lot of reasons. The excitement was still on. Okay, that's fair. That is very fair. We're missing a white ball right around now. But you can't run towards... the flywheel was a bit early. The flywheel was a bit early, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Baturu's on the other side of the map here. We're only missing 1 Cypher machine. But for Gravekeeper here, Gravekeeper might not be able to make it towards the rescue. Hasha does not have detention. But I guess in our case scenario, we probably want, it will be pretty late for Gravekeeper, I won't lie. I think Gravekeeper needs to go and shovel right now. The best case scenario here for Gravekeeper is to go and shovel and then run towards the chair if you really want to do it like that. Or we can just pop up immediately and just say goodbye. That would be the best case scenario here. It seems like we're going to pop over immediately. GK will be stuck in here for a while, but it's an Acrobat that has to be the one that goes over to open the gate as well. Baturu will be forced back here, as we do see where the Acrobat is. Gravekeeper, on the other hand, there's a possibility you could make it towards the chair, but it is still pretty darn far out, so... I personally don't think it's possible, especially when Hasha can hit GK out of the area too. Can we make it? The question is, can we make it? We have to be careful of Terror Shock here. Oh, that's no damage rescue. Hold on a second. Cordy. How long can Cordy survive? There's a question. Cordy, we're missing 1 white ball. We're missing snowball, but it seems we're going after Gravekeeper here. Is that Gravekeeper straight towards the shovel? That's no problem at all. Okay, Gravekeeper decide to dash out towards the next near pallet, but now we're going to stay on towards the mud ball zone. We couldn't dodge the red ball there, unfortunately, as Kaido here is going to go towards other exit gate because that's where Acrobat is. But now, Cordy needs to look for an item. If Cordy can look for an item, that would be better. No matter what happens here, Cordy has to look for an item. Or Acrobat just needs to stay near middle, but we could still teleport, which is the issue. But Acrobat has a lot of balls, so I'm not too worried. Acrobat has quite a lot of balls. Hold on, Acro, you can't be forced out here. Acro, you cannot be forced out here. Oh, we're gonna fly. There's a teleport, we're gonna teleport. Are we gonna teleport? It's up to Hasha now. Hasha teleported! And that's where Cordy is. And that is where Cordy is. That's a miraculous teleport. That is a miracle. If Cordy was near middle during that time, it would have been so bad. Because if we got the rescue there, it could have been a 3-man escape. But let's congratulate 3-man elimination here for Hasha. We go on straight towards game 2.